What's up, you math maniacs? Welcome to section 1.4, rewrite formulas and equations. Okay, so let's do a little bit of warm up with no variables. So let's say we had to rewrite 3 plus 4 equals 7. There's a couple ways we could do that. We could subtract, let's say, there's two ways we can do that. We could subtract 4 from both sides, and we'd still get a true equation, like 3 plus 4 is 7, and then also 3 is equal to 7 minus 4. This is a true equation. We got there by undoing the addition and subtracting 4 from both sides. We could also subtract 3 from both sides. 4 is also equal to 7 minus 3. So when we say rewrite equations, this is what we're going to be doing. Formulas have lots of letters in it, and that's where we're headed. But for right now, we're going to keep it pretty numeric. So 11 is equal to 15 minus 4. I think you could add 4 to both sides and get another true equation. See, that equation just got rewritten. And from there, the new equation, I could, for example, subtract 11 from both sides. And then I get 4 is equal to 15 minus 11. That is also true, folks. 4 times 6 is equal to 24? Sure. But you could divide both sides by 6. It would cancel out on the left and move it over to the right, and then we get 4 is equal to 24 minus 6. These are all true equations. If the top equation is true, and you're following the rules, then the bottom one's true too. So you could also, for example, divide both sides by 4, and over here I get 6 is equal to 24 divided by 4. What about over here? 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. You could say, multiplying both sides by 4, the 4's cancel on the left and move over to the right, so 12 is equal to 4 times 3. And then if you wanted to, you could divide both sides by 3. And then you get what's underneath the red dot. All right, solve for y. This is a big skill to have because it comes up in graphing all the time. Sometimes we just prefer to graph y equals everything else. So let's figure out how we can put it in that format. Here, y minus x equal to 1. Let's add x to both sides. Undo the subtraction with addition, and this is what it looks like, and you're done. Y has been solved for. Y is all by itself, and there is nothing else next to y except the equal sign. All right, let's solve for y again. Undo the addition to get 2y is equal to negative 8 minus x. And then I'm going to undo the multiplication. You can actually divide all the terms on both sides by 2, and that's what I'm going to do next. The first term divided by 2 is y, negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4, and minus x divided by 2 is minus 1/2 x. You could also say it's minus x over 2. That's equivalent. That's the same thing. Next problem, let's get y all by itself. All we really have to do is one step, subtract the 2/3 x from both sides, undoing the addition to get subtraction. Over here, we're going to solve for y, so let's undo the addition first. 16 minus 4x, and then I'm going to divide all the terms on both sides by 8. If I do that, I get 2. 16 divided by 8 is 2. 4 divided by 2, 8 is 1/2. 8y divided by 8 is y. And so there it is. Last one. Oh, before I do the last one, I should say, I lived in Guatemala for 3 years. Have you ever lived in another country for a long time? I was in Guatemala for 3 awesome years, and I'd love to tell you about it. Why don't you tell me about your, if you've ever lived anywhere else, when I see you in class tomorrow. But for now, let's go to here. We get 2y minus 3x equals y plus 6. I see variables on both sides. So I think what I want to do is subtract y from both sides first. So we get y is minus 3x is equal to 6. And if we have to solve for y, then I have to undo that subtraction with addition. Y is equal to 3x plus 6. All right. So in all 5 of these problems, we had to solve for y. And in the answer, it's y equals everything else. But let's solve here. And every problem has different letters, so it has to specify what letter to solve for. In this case, d is equal to rt. If you want to solve for t, you got to undo the multiplication and divide both sides by r. And this is what you get. Now, t has been solved for. There it is. Revenue minus costs is equal to profit. Let's solve for the revenue and undo the subtraction by adding c to both sides. If I want to solve this for h, I've got to get rid of b. Volume divided by base is equal to height. Next, there's a lot going on here. I think I don't want to undo the parentheses first. I want to undo the multiplication that's out here. So in order to do that, to cancel things out, I'm going to multiply all the terms on both sides by 2. And so 2 times g is 2g. 2 times 1/2 will cancel, and we're just left with w plus 40. And there it is. So if we're going to solve for w, then we have to undo the addition with subtraction, and now it's finished. There's a couple ways of doing this. I see the addition. If you're going to solve for L, I see addition and multiplication. So here's what happens if you undo the addition first. You subtract 2w from both sides, and then it leaves the 2l all by itself. You can further divide both sides by 2, and this is what you get. The entire left side divided by 2, and the entire right side divided by 2. There's an alternate way to do this. If you undo the addition and then the multiplication, that's great. But what happens if you undo the multiplication first? Let's divide all the terms on both sides by 2, and you get p over 2 is equal to just regular w plus L. Keep going. In order to solve this for L, p over 2 minus w is equal to L. We've just subtracted w from both sides. Thanks, y'all. Take care, and I'll see you in class.